And today, how to end your career in 5 seconds.
I'm assuming there will probably be, you know, an actual kind of investigation here.
I didn't do anything!
I hate streamers, bro. They're so cringe.
Can't be talking with this person no more. This is not good.
Damn.
There have been many notable examples of YouTubers and streamers falling off. They burn out. Their viewership is low.
Hey, Cobalt. Fuck. Hold up. Let's look at the view count.
Falling off. They burn out. Their viewership.
18K. I mean, that nigga pulling in more than me. So if he fell off, then what am I? Anyways, I get what he's talking about. 14.9 million, and you're averaging, you know, in the. I mean, again, these are still not bad numbers. Like, social media really has inflated what we view as good and bad. Like, bro, look at this. Out of these four, 18K. Imagine you walking down the street, right? And you pass 18,000 people and they all compliment you. Imagine how you would feel. You probably start feeling like Leo back in his prime. Like, bro, 18,000 is not a low number. But, you know, in the realm of social media, it's kind of skewed. But damn, because I grew up watching. Bro, look at him. Quabblecop, Jelly, and I forgot the other dude's name. But bro, I remember watching their like GTA racing videos back when the GTA version of the McLaren, whenever that first dropped, everybody was using it. That was like prime YouTube days for me, bro. Damn. Hey, he already made more than enough money to sustain him now, though, so.
Is low, they get cancelled. But genuinely, in the year of our Lord 2026, this could be the fastest way anyone has possibly lost their career in probably the past 10 years. So as you know, and you do know because you watched the critical video about it, there was a streamer called Lakari, and he accidentally leaked a notepad document that was filled with very, very bad things. Well, it was more of a link, and the link led to very, very bad things. And streamers know if they show anything on stream for even a brief moment, people will
Yo ass is cooked. And I mean, I'm not even finna say that's to an extent why I don't stream, but even with like my videos, sometimes I have to be wary of the things that I crop out. And that's why now, you know, I switched my whole editing up, because these videos are on the internet forever. Like, yes, it was just like 2 seconds. It was on screen. Nigga, all somebody gotta do is press pause at the right time, and it's there for as long as it needs to be. Like, bro, this ain't nothing to play with, man.
Analyze that with an electron microscope, going over every pixel on your screen.
Wow.
Now, usually when a streamer shows something that they shouldn't on stream, there's two choices. First of all, you turn it into a clip farm. This is not an option for Lakari. I will get into why pretty soon. But the second option would be to immediately end stream, panic, do a Jake Gyllenhaal from Nightcrawler, grabbing the mirror, screaming into it, and then probably try to formulate some kind of response. But Lakari took a very bizarre approach that I don't think I've ever actually seen before, where he basically kept streaming because I assume in his head at the time, if he keeps streaming, it's presumed innocence. But then chat found out what he actually had on his notepad. They looked it up. It made its way onto Reddit. And then his chat was just absolutely flooded. I think he went from like 1 to 2,000 viewers to the end of the stream, basically bordering on 10,000 viewers.
Damn.
And despite all of this, he still somehow did not manage to overtake Iron Mouse in concurrent viewers. So unlucky. And then he had TTS on. So people started to let him know in TTS, basically mocking him, and he started to crash out on stream. And then they eventually pressured.
You know how crazy that is, bro? Homie had 1,000 to 2,000 people watching him. And out of that 1,000, there was one nigga or a group of niggas that was like, hold up. Oh, you got your notepad out and I'm supposed to be watching the gameplay? Screw that. I want to do some digging. I want to know what you got on that notepad. I want to know where that links lead to. And that's not a big number. I mean, in terms of streaming, having 1,000 people watching you, that's a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, you telling me people were that tapped in with such a low amount of views? A couple of them actually picked up, noticed, screenshot, screen recorded, whatever they had to do, traced the link, and then started flooding your spreading it everywhere while you're still streaming, right? And got 8,000 more individuals to come to your stream specifically to air your ass out. Wow. You can do anything you put your mind to, bro. Anything.
Him to look back at his notepad, which only made the situation entirely worse. So for context here, Lakari is a 36-year-old Twitch streamer, which is basically a super wizard unk status on the internet. And he's known for streaming, unfortunately, League of Legends, gacha games, and he has a huge following, like nearly 400,000 on the platform. Now, he does have a running bit where he spends an insane amount of money. I think he spent about 60,000 USD on gacha games, and on stream up to $150,000 off stream. And he's also done other daring feats, like, for example, collaborating with Trainwrecks TV, where he used his face towel as a rag, a certain rag.
But that towel I didn't give you. You went and grabbed, and that's actually a towel that I use for my face. So that's why I was triggered when I walked in the morning. I'm like, yo, why is that towel sitting there on the bed? Are you being serious?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So getting
that shit is not okay. That nigga just busted a nut in his rag and you done. I mean, I don't. Did he use it? He probably just threw that shit away. That's why he said it's okay. Cause ain't no way you finna notice that sitting on another dude's bed. Probably crust it up, and then you're gonna turn around and use it. You got to be 1/6 on a. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I didn't even know this dude Lakari exists until now.
Into it, you can see Lakari streaming, all is well, just a typical day. And then the moment happens. He opens the notepad.
K feeds. Let me at least add a way to the list of champions that I like.
Now, obviously, when this was posted...
3 seconds, bro. Let's count this.
Let me at least add a way to the list of champions that I like.
4 seconds. 5 seconds tops. And that's all it took. Imagine that, bro. You grinding years and years, spending money out the wazoo. I mean, you got to be making enough to spend that much, right? Linking up with creators. You grew this Twitch channel, which is already something very, very hard to do, right? Just for 5 seconds. 5 seconds to ruin everything. I wish I could whistle. I would do the... I could whistle a little bit. Just not on command.
Now, obviously, when this was posted, the green box was actually added in post, so people couldn't access the link. But some insane Redditors that I assume were using about 25 different VPNs actually accessed the link. And these were the files. I'm not even going to bother reading them out.
Girls and animals. Okay. Teens. L 3D covers. More teens. Wow. Real family.
Hardcore gay porn. And then you got porn with... What the heck? You got porn in here with... This is ridiculous. If anybody was to see this right now, 12 years old, looking at this kind of sick... This is sickness what I'm looking at. It's not even... It's sickness.
Teens, huh? And this nigga's married. Before finding this video, I seen another video. It said him and his wife or girlfriend, I think it said wife, responds to the situation. So you're married, yet in your spare time, you choose to look at kids. Noted.
But it really is not a good look here. And then there was another tab that was opened on the notepad as well, and most people assume that it was abbreviated to jailbait. Now, again, like I said, most people in this situation, they would freak out, they would end stream out of pure panic. But Lakari took another approach. He actually tried to explain it, basically saying that, you know, he's super into hentai and he goes on these sites and basically just downloads a ton of stuff, even admitting that he has 3 terabytes of hentai downloaded.
3 terabytes? That's like that one nigga. I forgot his name. I forgot who he is. Homie had terabytes of images of CP. Images and videos, bro. Like, I don't get that, bro. Because I'm not some holier than thou. But in terms of... No, I'm not talking about CP. Let's make that very clear. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, like, in terms of when you're doing your business, why the fuck are you downloading onto... like your phone, your laptop.
And he says that sometimes these sites he goes on to will apparently try to sneak very, very bad things like basically CSAM into those download links. Now, he says he saw what was in the text document and deleted it, but Windows 11 apparently saved it regardless.
I was surfing a site. The got downloaded. I opened up the text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was still...
He's shocked. It's over, bro. Stop talking. Did he just say, lawyer up? You know what this is reminding me of?
I was searching around the internet.
Oh my gosh. Okay, listen.
No, I was searching around the... Mom. I was searching around the internet, And all of a sudden, I was downloading this thing, and I got a computer virus.
I want to see it. Show me what you were downloading.
I randomly, I deleted the virus. Oh my God, Mom. I had a computer virus, and I got scared that I had the virus. And when I was getting out of my chair, my pants were slipping, and I was pulling them up and getting back on the chair. I got scared, and my pants slipped down a little, and I was pulling them up. Mom, I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, that is exactly what this is reminding me of, sir.
There, after I deleted it. I'm sorry, like, I have like 3 terabytes of hentai on my hard drive, bro.
Now, usually I wouldn't cover pretty heavy topics on the channel like this, but the only reason I am really is because the rest of the stream, which goes on for about 6.5 hours, is just pure cope. Like it is actually 6 hours of A24 levels of pure copium. So first of all, he notices that LSF live stream fails when they stopped posting about XQC and Forzen, actually started to talk about him. And there's this like pretend shock. It's basically porn levels of acting.
There's a fucking LSF thread!
And then on top of that as well, he basically says, well, you know what? I guess I got to call for a lawyer.
Move all league, definitely get a lawyer. Oh, I guess I can call for a lawyer.
For what?
Well, they're saying they're scaring me. They say I need a lawyer.
Now, at this point, his chat has been raided. There are people coming from Reddit, from other streamers, just from general gossip, and there's basically no moderation here. So people are just spamming loads of messages. The most popular ones were spamming the elephant emoji with address me, and then other people spamming trophies saying the...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, head cook, bro. You know what you like to watch in your free time. Does your wife know? I mean, she knows now. But, and you know, that's the beautiful thing about life. You get what you fucking deserve. You thought you could just do all this nasty, mangy ass in the dark and no one would find out. You thought you could build up this platform, build this career, and do all of these things while having such horrible skeletons in your closet and no one would find out. Every dog has its day, right? Just so happened, all you needed was 5 seconds.
Porn acting awards, like, you know, he's pretending to be shocked. So what Lakari tries to do is pick out a single message that's like from his actual subscribers, like genuine messages. And he mistakenly makes a genuine message for someone basically trying to roast him.
Who is EDP445?
Now, at one point, Lakari does get up and he goes to walk away, saying he's got to go pee. Obviously, this is him, like, you know, probably having a borderline panic attack, trying to process everything. And he is gone for a really long time, to the point that chat basically summarizes that, you know, he isn't going to pee. He's probably booking a flight right now to a non-extraditable country. And then, which is really surprising, Lakari actually starts to get people on call, like friends are calling in. And then they're basically asking, you know, did you know about those links? No. And then the friend would ask, you know, how did you get them? And he just goes, because I download a lot.
I just want to ask you one thing.
What's up?
Did you know that was in that fucking links, in those links, okay? Do you know?
No. Listen, man,
Okay, so how did you get those?
No. Listen, dude. Why are we having this conversation? Nigga said he's downloading a lot, right? And randomly, from a video that he was downloaded, he got a separate link that was not even, you know, it wasn't even on the same type of timing of what he was watching. Something completely out of left field. They just shipped it in when he was downloading. And he tried to delete them, but they were still in his notepad. As T-Bunk said, bro, flip yourself over. Put yourself on the plate. Sprinkle some salt on your ass. Because they're cooked.
Because I download a lot.
Chat then inevitably pressures him to, you know, look at his recents on Notepad, because the way Notepad works, even if you exit the Notepad without saving, it will still save your recent. And I know Charlie did the same example in his video, but, you know, if you open up Notepad, if you get like a link or you just type anything like blah, 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 you know, and then you close the Notepad, it's gone, right? But then again, if I, you know, open up and then I type in Notepad, open it, it's still there. And this happens like no matter how many times you close it or you open it, it's just always going to be there. The only way to actually, you know, not save it is to click here and then click you don't want to save. So if I go into Notepad again, it's gone. So Lakari shows his recents on Notepad.
That's very interesting. That is actually where I store all of my titles, descriptions, and yeah. So whenever I'm uploading a video, I just go into my Notepad, pick a copy and paste title, switch out a couple things, and then I just have my whole description in there, copy and paste. Wow. I didn't know y'all niggas use Windows too. I thought y'all niggas be on Mac. Or does Mac also have the same notepads? I don't know.
Pad, and people are basically speculating that he panicked and he basically tried to make a bunch of new text files to bump down the text file that he's shown on screen, because they all just say like, you know, like new file 1, new file 2, new file 3.
Fap for Fun? Fap for Fun is a hentai site. You also visit Fap for Fun? Yeah, I download a lot of that shit. Couples? Okay, that's literally, is that not the, that's the file with the sus shit in it. Like, it says one thing, but it has a bunch of sus shit in it. So I don't understand.
I know the accusations here are infinitely worse, but the energy here is really similar to that girl that was cheating in Counter-Strike. You know the one I'm talking about? She's regurgitated into videos like, you know, every couple of months at this point. She's caught cheating. She knows, and she kind of doubles down, basically saying, oh, Clara, this girl, Clara, I need to call her. She's done something with my PC.
Clara, let me just message this girl.
Again, like cheating in CSGO and this are universes different, but the energy does feel very similar here, almost this kind of like doubling down as if to prove that, you know, you're in the right. Now, after Lakari comes back from his little pee break that was, you know, very long pee, went on for about 20 minutes. He comes back and you can tell his energy is different. He's probably psyched himself up in the mirror, put a bit of cold water on his face, because when he comes back, he basically just goes from ignoring chat pretty much entirely to realizing, no, this isn't going to go away, and he crashes out at chat.
I set my piece, man. I'm gonna keep streaming. We're gonna do Viewers Day. I'm done with this shit.
Age isn't the issue. It's just.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep streaming. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stream more because you. I'm not gonna sit here and take this bullshit anymore. My chat is way too toxic for me to be put down by some LSF who are virtue signaling, acting like they already know the full story.
It's such a bizarre shift because, again, like everyone watches JCS, right? Like everyone thinks they're now like an armchair psychologist. But usually in a lot of cases, when someone is wrongly accused of something, they do respond in anger. That's mostly because they feel personally wronged. So they don't even mean to, but they come across as aggressive, which kind of portrays, you know, innocence. But the fact he went from like 0 to 100 so quickly, it usually doesn't work like that. And even chat basically were just, you know, mentioning his cortisol levels spiking. I'm guessing because of like, you know, the whole looks maxing community memes. He has no idea what cortisol even is.
Cortisol? What does that mean? Oh, it's a stress hormone?
Now, a lot of people thought that Lakari was going to, you know, kind of burn out. He would stop streaming. You know, he'd realize, okay, this is bad. I need to end stream. I need to, you know, if I'm innocent, I need to prove that I am, or, you know, I need to end stream and probably go to a non-extraditable country. But the thing is, he just keeps going. He's like, he's stuck in this loop of thinking, if I keep streaming, that means I haven't done anything wrong. It's such a bizarre thought.
That's what I'm thinking his thought process is. He's thinking, well, if I end stream now, then that reinforces the idea that I am guilty. So the only way to try and convince y'all that I'm not is to pretend as if nothing's wrong. It's just another regular day, you know. Oh, yeah, I'm not even finna trip about that. I don't even be into that. So let's get back to the streamish. Again, this is at the end of the day accusation. But it's like it was in your notepad. Like, how the fuck did that shit get there? You know? I don't, because I'm like, at least for me, right? Whenever I'm writing in my notepad, I can only open up the notepad, type out what I want to type, or go to a Google Doc somewhere, copy and paste text into the notepad. So it's like, with these website links, how are they in full, you know, in said notepad? How is it that you were downloading something and through that link just, you see where I'm getting? I could be off my rocker. That actually could be a genuine thing. You know, it actually could be, but I'm just not buying it.
Process. And at one point, with no self-awareness, he starts playing Prison Escape Simulator, which of course was just memed everywhere. Now, at this point, the viewers were nearing 10,000 concurrent. Chat, like every 1,000 messages, you'd probably have one poor guy in chat still trying to support him. I mean, you had like, you know, release the Lakari files, FBI open up. You even had people like posting upward graphs as well of the cortisol spiking. And of course, because it was inevitable, the I show speed face. And the rest of the stream is, again, just more cope. Layers and layers of cope. Like, forget the Tower of Babel. This is the Tower of Cope. And, like, he could turn chat off. He could turn TTS off. But I guess in his mind, it's like, if I do that, that implies that I'm hiding something. Therefore, I'm guilty. So he's just stuck. Like he feels like he can't do anything. TCS is just relentlessly trolling him, and then he's just saying that he needs lawyers.
I need lawyers.
Like, people even donating to him saying, your life's over now, and you're just wasting one of your last 3 days streaming.
Dude, your life is over and you are sitting here wasting one of your last 3 days embarrassing yourself. We all see through this shitty attempt to laugh this off. Good riddance, fucko.
Even saying that he basically just hidden all the files in his recycling bin.
Bro definitely has all the files still in the recycle bin after trying to hide the evidence.
Now, I have mentioned the word cope a lot in this stream as well. Someone did an entire TTS trying to define what the word cope is.
Cope/KOP/verb cope.
Nigga legit went and topped up on Google. Definition of cope, copy and paste it into a donation. Wow.
Third person present, copes, past tense, coped, past participle, coped, gerund or present participle, coping, of a person, deal effectively with something difficult. His ability to cope with stress.
And of course you had the pseudo-lawyers LARPing, mostly as Saul Goodman.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do. And so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent. And that's why I fight for you, Albuquerque. Better call Saul. Last thing you see before getting slimed out in the kindergarten playground.
And then on top of the LARP, other people tried to donate in, LARPing as like FBI Director Kash Patel.
Lakari, this is FBI Director Kash Patel. We have been informed of some disturbing evidence. See you soon.
Oh my god.
See you soon, bro.
Lakari, Kash Patel here again. We have the watch, and he'll see you in Valhalla.
So you've got chat relentlessly going after him. You've got the TTS donors as well, but he also has this software which is similar to what XQC uses, where like images can appear on screen, and it seems that chat can actually dictate what those images are, and those screenshots were what he said in chat retroactively being used against him. And then pretty much for a long period in the stream, they just keep bringing up this gif of Saul Goodman being arrested. And you could also apparently submit emojis. Guess what they submitted? It was the notepad emoji, just relentlessly spamming it. So there were more developments outside of the cope stream. Like, for example, Lakari's ex-girlfriend actually put a statement out saying that she didn't know anything. She actually kind of suspected something because she heard of stuff in the past. She actually links this video saying Kuko goes through Lakari's degen folders in order to prove that, you know, she was looking for stuff, but she couldn't actually find anything like illegal.
You're not gonna tell them everything, are you?
So yesterday I asked Lakari how much of a degen he truly is, and he was like, no, I'm definitely a degen. And I was like, okay, prove it. Screen share me your folder. And he spent like 20 minutes compiling, and it turns out he's got like 10 different folders, because what happens is after a certain while he abandons a folder and starts a new one.
And you can see he does look pretty nervous when she's saying this. And then the new comments are speculating that he basically spent 20 minutes deleting very, very bad things.
You're a fake degen!
So what was the aftermath of this? Was there a big response? Did he...
We're gonna interrupt y'all, man. Like, bro. And you can even tell to an extent, homie's looking, like in that clip, like he's thinking this shit is like funny. And nigga, you got over 10 folders. Forget the CP, just P in general. 10 folders? You have a problem, an issue. Again, CP aside, that is its own beast. You need help. Wow. That's gonna be it for the video, bro. If y'all enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more. Don't watch CP. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man.